Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. 12 exploration and mining concession agreements are signed for a total area of 21,480 square kilometers. The tender board awards a number of development projects, mainly to provide consultancy services for managing and supervising the project of Oman Cultural Complex. And the second governance conference discusses the performance and governance of government companies and companies listed at Muscat Stock Exchange. And the Ministry of Labour announces availability of 325 job opportunities in various institutions of private sector. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq received a cable of thanks from His Highness Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait, in reply to His Majesty's greetings cable on his country's National Day. The Ministry of Energy and Minerals and the Oman Minerals Development Company have signed 12 exploration and mining concession agreements. The total area of the concession areas covered by the agreements reaches 21,480 square kilometers that include a number of potential minerals, in which the focus is on minerals of economic value such as copper, gold and chromium. The agreements include 8 areas, most of which are concentrated in the governorates of North and South Al-Batna, Al-Dhahira, Al-Brahimi, Al-Dakhliya, North and South Sharqiya, all of which are concession areas from exploration to mining, and one of the areas which has reached at an advanced stage of exploration to begin mining located in the wilaya of Yankul, with a total area of 20 square kilometers for copper. The agreement was signed by His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Hamid Al Rumhi, Minister of Energy and Minerals, and Dr. Badr bin Saud Al Kharousi, Chairman of the Board of Directors of Oman Mineral Development Company. The second Regional Governance Conference in Muscat reviews regional and global trends in governance. More details in the following report.
The regional and global trends in governance, ways of adaptation and change, corporate governance, as well as monitoring systems and their close relationship to governance are the topics on which the second governance conference focuses on.
The conference this year is about corporate governance, and it's titled performance and production. We are targeting these companies because of the importance they play. We have around 110 companies listed in the stock market. We have over around 400,000 shareholders, Omani shareholders, and these companies are actually doing well in the economy, especially in regard of recruitment, employment, helping the societies.
Speakers and experts from within and outside the Sultanate of Oman participated in the presence of chief executive officers from various institutions.
As we all know, and sustainability are very important subjects. Obviously, it's a science that is evolving and progressing, and the latest is ESG, environmental, social and governance. And these aspects of management and running organizations, companies, are very important because they, first of all, they attract foreign direct investment. They also allow companies to be sustainable, to weather bad economic cycles, and then also to prosper during economic prosperity.
This conference coincides with the next phase of the Oman 2040 vision, in which governance is an essential pillar of comprehensive development tools.
We are proud to participate in this conference, which is the second conference for governance and sustainability, organized by Oman Center for Governance and Sustainability. The governance and sustainability are contributing to increase the efficiency of the performance in these companies, as well increasing the efficiency of the employees working in these companies.
Conference also reviewed the role of the Oman Center for Governance and Sustainability and its existing programs to support institutions wishing to adopt best practices in this field, in addition to presenting opportunities and challenges and developing solutions to them and educating the community about the concepts adopted by the center.
Over 17 million Omani Riyals is the total value of projects and additional work that were awarded by the tender board during its second meeting of the year. Such works include rendering consultancy services and supervision of the project of Oman Cultural Complex, as well as National Records and Archives Authority building. The works also include carrying out maintenance and unpaved roads in the governorate of North Sharqiya and Dakhliya, in addition to the projects of rearranging displayed exhibits of the Land Frankincense Museum in the governorate of Dhofar. The board also awarded works of preventive maintenance and technical support project for the National Data Center and the National Center for Technical Support and Disaster Management Center. It also awarded projects of providing technicians to operate and carry out maintenance for equipment at Hola Hospital, Sohar Hospital and the health establishment in North Batna Governorate. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Saeed bin Mohammed Al Sakri, Minister of Economy, Chairman of the Tender Board. The Ministry of Labour announced the availability of 325 job opportunities in various private sectors institutions distributed among 136 jobs for university degree holders, 64 jobs for post-secondary diploma holders, 117 for holders of general education diploma, and 8 without a general education diploma. The ministry continues its efforts to provide job opportunities for job seekers in all disciplines and qualifications in accordance with the set vision and coordination between the ministry and various private sector institutions to support vacant job opportunities in various fields. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning issued a decision allowing the non-Omani investor to own real estate in the Sultanate of Oman. The decision clarified that the non-Omani investor wishing to obtain a first-class resident card has the right to request a certificate from the Real Estate Registry Secretariat, providing that he has purchased one or more housing units with a total value of not less than 500,000 Omani Riyals or a value of not less than 250,000 Omani Riyals if he wishes to obtain a second-class resident card. The decision added that the non-Omani investor who holds a first-class residency card has the right to own one property for residential, commercial or industrial use outside the places licensed for non-Omanis to own, and its right is transferable to others without prejudice to the law prohibiting non-Omanis from owning land and real estate in some places in the Sultanate of Oman. His Excellency Sayyid Mohammed bin Sultan Al Busaidi, Minister of the State and Governor of Dhofar, met today with Their Excellencies Shura Council members, representatives of the wilayas of Dhofar Governorate. During the meeting, they reviewed developments with the government as well as issues that matter citizens there. The meeting dwelt on the importance of communication between Shura Council members and bodies concerned. It also emphasized on the importance of cooperation to achieve the planned goals and presenting initiatives that contribute in serving society and development much in the country. His Excellency Aisha bin Hamad Al Asri, Governor of South Batna, held a meeting with a number of youth in the governorate. The meeting discussed the importance of involving youth in development programs and adopt their ideas, which is one of the main pillars of Oman Vision 2040. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq, in his speech, affirmed on the importance of youth in achieving goals of Oman Vision 2040 through listening to their ideas and involving them in the decision-making and preparation of development plans. During the meeting, Omani youth introduced initiatives, visions and ideas to upgrade various sectors of comprehensive development program in the governorate. Vice Admiral Abdullah Khamis Al-Raisi, Chief of Staff of Sultan Armed Forces, received in his office at Muaskar Al-Murtafa today Lord Astor of Haver, Advisor to the Secretary General of Defense of the United Kingdom and Trade Envoy of the British Prime Minister. The two sides reviewed areas of military cooperation between the two countries. They also exchanged views on several matters of common interest. Rear Admiral Saif bin Nasser Al-Rahbi, Commander of Royal Navy of Oman, received Colonel Engineer Mohammed Ismail Al-Tarawan, Commander of the Combined Task Force 151. During the meeting, they exchanged points of view in a number of joint naval matters and discussed ways to enhance cooperation between both sides. The commander of the Combined Task Force 151 visited the Maritime Security Center. During the visit, the guest was briefed on the roles carried out by the center in maintaining safety of the maritime environment. He also toured center's facilities and viewed its equipment and technologies used in carrying out its national duties. Petroleum Development Oman (PDO) held a ceremony to mark the 10th anniversary of its ICV program, which achieved unparalleled success throughout its journey in the past 10 years. More details in the following report.
Petroleum Development Oman (PDO) held a ceremony to mark the 10th anniversary of the launch of its ICV program and to celebrate the winners of the Raoul Ristochi ICV Award, who have gone the extra mile in supporting Oman's economic development.
ICV is right at the core of how we do business in PDO. It's central to everything we do in contributing to the nation, creating jobs and wealth for everybody and business opportunities. We've been doing that for 10 years and we're going to go on doing that for many decades to come. And I think we will evolve how we do ICV in the coming years. We have a strategy that says we will look to work much harder, much further in digital technologies, connecting people digitally in the fourth industrial revolution, but also capturing new technologies for the energy transition as we move into new fuels and a new future for Oman and continue to make money and jobs and create opportunities for everybody in Oman from north to south.
The Raoul Ristochi Award for In-Country Value consisted of 5 categories. Arabian Industries Clad won the Best Local Manufacturing Facility. Al-Shawamikh Oil Services won the Best National Objectives Employer. Al-Baraka Oilfield Services won the Best Contractor in ICV Delivery. Al-Ghalbi International won the Best Performing Local Community Contractor, while Rihal Data Migration and Services won the Best Performing SME.
I'm so happy. I'm very proud of what the team has put into working as professional as possible, and whether it's working with PDO or any of our clients, we try our best to present our clients with the most quality and agility in the work that we have done. I'm extremely happy, extremely proud, and I want to dedicate this award to the team.
We are honored to be one of the first contractors to win this prestigious award on its first edition, the Rawar Astushi ICV Award. Al Baraka won the award for the best ICV delivery contractor in 2021, and that's a testimony for what we have done for the country in terms of Omanization and ICV.
During the ceremony, the first phase of Rakha digital platform was launched. Rakha Platform Initiative aims to build the capabilities of young Omanis and provide opportunities in the field of content creation.
The platform is currently open in public and it's published, and we encourage all of the talents to register their interest to be part of this platform. Currently we're taking interest from the freelancers. The initial goal of this platform is really to connect the freelancers to each other and build a community and connect the freelancers also to the companies, to the SMEs that are available in the country.
On the sidelines of the event, an exhibition was held showcasing the achievements of SMEs supported by PDO and developed through its training programs. Acknowledging the success of in-country value efforts is essential towards fostering a competitive business culture within the industry. Saleh Bukhalfan al-Rahbi, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Still to come in our news bulletin. Japan Embassy in the Sultanate of Oman celebrates 50th anniversary of Omani-Japanese relations. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Now for the international world, Ukraine's ambassador to the United Kingdom said his country needs a fighter jet to take control of its skies amid the war with Russia. Vladimir Putin was speaking in London today.
That's absolutely the way we see it. All the tacticals means you are talking about, they can be covered if we have at least not superiority, but at least control over our skies. We are taking on different routes. One is what has just been described by having the jets we can operate, our pilots are familiar with, something which Soviet Union produced and we used to use them, and we have them now in our fleet. Poland, some other republics around Ukraine, they still have in possession. We can have a hold on them. Something else is the anti-air missiles we are talking about with our allies. We have our own, but it's not enough to withstand the pressure, not just planes, but helicopters and cruise missiles, which are bombarding our cities right away. We can use MiGs, we can use Sukhois. We would be happy to use F-16s, and on top of our pilots are not trained to work with them. This is a difficulty we have to overcome somehow. So the best bet is the older Soviet Union types like MiGs and Sukhois. Something else is that we will need the support. We'll need to retrain our people. It will take time. Some things like, for example, we are now in the negotiations about generating capacities. Russians start cutting electricity, sewage, water in our cities, sieging them in a sort of middle-age ways. We have to get the generators to support the grid, and that's something we need right now. But even to get this huge industrial capacity generators in Ukraine is a logistic operation by itself. In the middle of the war, this is becoming increasingly difficult to get there.
The Russian Defense Ministry posted a video of humanitarian aid being distributed among the residents of a village outside of the Ukrainian city of Kharkiv. The ministry said Russian servicemen delivered food supplies and articles of daily necessity to the Izum district of Kharkiv region to provide the locals with humanitarian aid. He said the humanitarian aid was delivered to the areas controlled by the Russian Federation armed forces and liberated from the presence of Ukrainian nationalists. Volunteers at the Polish border helped refugees fleeing Ukraine border to board a train at the Maritime border area today. Standing in the snow, the volunteers helped children get on the train and assisted people with their luggage as they climbed on. According to the United Nations, more than 2 million people have now fled Ukraine, while Russian troops have seen their advance slowed by the fierce than expected Ukrainian resistance. They have laid siege to several cities, trapping civilians inside them with little or no food, water or medicine. The Public Authority for Special Economic Zones and Free Zones held discussion session targeting individuals and companies specialized in using drones so as to acquaint them with the artificial intelligence-related aspects in the Duqm Special Economic Zone. The session aimed to shed light on the experiences of the participants in the field of using drones, in addition to their initiatives in the field of artificial intelligence, as well as focus on the challenges related in acquiring permits and following up the necessary procedures to use such drones in various fields. The Directorate General of Education in Soth Sharqiya Government organized an honoring ceremony for the winning schools in health protocols competition. The competition came to display the reinforced health culture among school students in order to spread the awareness of this culture in the society. More details in the following report.
10 winning schools in the Health Excellence Competition, which was organized by the General Directorate of Education in Soth Sharqiya Governorate. The competition is about applying the best health protocol to confront COVID-19. The competition came to educate school students about how to apply the health protocol in schools by using the highest safety standards, which contribute in creating a positive culture in schools when it comes to dealing with health crisis. Organizing this competition was part of Oman LNG corporate social responsibility that is aiming to spread social awareness and reinforce the importance of cooperation between all educational, health and social institutions in the Sultanate. This competition came to reinforce healthy culture and to create safe environment among students and employees in schools. Sultan bin Saif al-Sara'i from Soth Sharqiya Governorate, Wilaya of Sur.
Japan's embassy in the Sultanate of Oman marked the 50th anniversary of the Omani-Japanese relations. A ceremony was held on this occasion that included a number of events derived from the Japanese culture, namely poetic sessions and performance of some traditional Japanese art. On the political level, both countries enjoy the respect of world countries by adopting a neutral, balanced policy based on mutual respect. Meanwhile, on the economic arena, Japan benefits from the Sultanate of Oman exports of oil, gas, minerals, fisheries, and agricultural products. The value of the Sultanate of Oman's exports to Japan is estimated at around $2 million. On the other hand, the Japanese exports value to the Sultanate of Oman amounted to around $2.5 billion. The Japanese purchase of the Omani oil production is around 10%. Both countries will expert further effort to enhance the good relations in the upcoming period so as to keep up the rapid global changes. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. 12 exploration and mining concession agreements are signed for a total area of 21,480 square kilometers. The tender board awards a number of development projects, mainly to provide consultancy services for managing and supervising the projects of the Oman Cultural Complex. The second governance conference discusses performance and governance of government companies and companies listed at Muscat Stock Exchange. And the Ministry of Labour announces availability of 325 job opportunities in various institutions of private sector. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night and stay safe.